Welcome back, innovators. The AI landscape is shifting exponentially. We're no longer just talking about chatbots, we're looking at machines combining raw cognitive logic with flawless visual perception. Today, businesses deploy autonomous digital partners that operate entirely without human oversight. But how do we trust them? It's all about ironclad architectural governance and operational safety. So why is Claude Opus 4.7 the absolute must-use LLM right now? Simple. Engineering maturity and self-correction. Gone are the days of AI hallucinating facts. Opus 4.7 literally double-checks its own work. If the data is ambiguous, it hits the brakes and halts the operation. Whether you're checking micro-technical schematics or governing high-risk security environments, this isn't a chatterbox, it's a precision task completion machine. In short, what is Opus 4.7? It is a finely tuned, self-verifying architecture. It completely refuses to execute carelessly, guaranteeing 100% logical and factual integrity before marking a task is complete. Let's break down the key features. First, enhanced high-resolution multimodal acuity. We're talking 2,576 pixels, roughly 3.75 million pixels of visual density. You can extract sub-millimeter details from the densest diagrams. Next is literalism and exactness. No silent generalizations, just pure instruction execution. Combine that with agentic persistence, where it works through errors without freezing, and dissonance resistance, where it actively seeks out conflicting data and halts until the human steps in. So, where do you actually use this? If you're proofing high-assurance formal systems, Opus 4.7 proves the logic before burning compute. It parses micro-technical diagrams like patent drawings with zero-resolution distortion. It handles autonomous compliance auditing by spotting data gaps. For zero-leakage cyberops, its Project Glasswing protocols prevent infinite logic loops. And for long-term R&D, it acts as a stateful multi-session persistent research agent. Under the hood, Opus 4.7 relies on a sophisticated architecture where self-verification in planning is the top priority. It deeply analyzes its anticipated results before generating anything or executing any tool, following complex multi-part constraints to ensure correctness. This optimization greatly enhances its quality per tool call, making its autonomous cycles highly efficient. Plus, it is well trained for resistance to input hallucinations. If it finds any fault, like missing context or an absent tool, it recognizes it rather than inventing a false solution. Another critical shift is adaptive thinking. Opus 4.7 introduces a novel X-high effort level, allowing you to precisely control reasoning depth, completely tossing out the old token budget mechanic altogether. Pair that with a revised high-density tokenizer operating at 1.0x to 1.35x density and an optimized file system memory that natively persists states, and you have a true powerhouse. The benchmarks are staggering, proving Opus 4.7's dominance in logical thinking and coding abilities compared to other software engineering tool models. On the fiercely competitive SWE-bench verified test, Opus 4.7 hits an incredible 87.6%. To put that in perspective, it completely destroys previous versions like Opus 4.6 at 80.8% and outpaces larger MOE models like Qwen 3.6 Plus and Kimi K2. In multimodal document reasoning, the leap is just as massive. It scored 80.6% on Office QA Pro, a 23.5% improvement over its predecessor. But the real jaw-dropper? A near-perfect 98.5% visual accuracy on InfoSec illicit documents, leaving prior generation models stuck below 55%. This heavily indicates it is much more adept at solving complex software engineering issues without any human input. And to top it off, it established a new state-of-the-art in OS world with 78.0% for single-agent benchmarks. When we look at the competitive frontier against monolithic MOE models like DeepSeek V3 or GLM 5.1, the difference is proof-based planning. Competitors might waste 8 hours grinding a flawed operation. Opus 4.7 doesn't. While models like Gemma 3 struggle past 896 pixels, Opus 4.7's 2576 pixel clarity gives it the absolute edge, perfectly demonstrated by its SOTA 64.4% in finance agent benchmarks. Ready to deploy? Opus 4.7 is widely accessible via Claude.ai, the Anthropic API, Amazon Bedrock, Google Vertex AI, and Microsoft Foundry. Developers can also access the new Task Budgets beta to govern multi-step tokens. Just call the model ID Claude Opus 4.7. But it's not perfect. Due to its extreme calibration for safety, it suffers from the yes aversion principle. In rare tasks with ambiguity, Opus 4.7 leans so heavily towards over-verification that it might hesitate or refuse to execute. However, this exact architecture is laying the foundation for Anthropic's next-generation Claude Mythos class. If you want to stay ahead of the curve in AI and software architecture, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below. How would you use Opus 4.7's multi-session agent in your daily workflow? See you in the next one.